Hello, everyone. Today, I'm going to share a story that changed my life forever. A story of love, betrayal, sacrifice, and painful lessons. My name is Rahul Sharma. I'm 38 years old now. For years, I believed that family comes first, that blood is thicker than water. But sometimes, the people you trust the most end up hurting you the deepest. This is the story of the house I built with my own sweat and blood. The house my parents gave away to my younger brother without even asking me. And then, years later, when life turned against them, they came knocking at my door for help. Pause. 3 seconds. Let me take you back to the beginning. I was born into a typical middle-class family in a small town near Delhi. My father was a government employee, strict and traditional. My mother was a homemaker who always kept the peace. I have one younger sister, Priya, and one younger brother, Vikram. I was the eldest, the responsible one. From childhood, the expectations on me were clear. Study hard, get a good job, take care of everyone. Vikram, being the youngest and the only son in many ways that mattered to my parents, was the prince of the house. Whatever he wanted, he got. If he failed exams, it was bad luck. If I got average marks, it was, why can't you be more responsible? I never complained. I worked harder. After finishing school, I cracked engineering entrance exams and moved to Mumbai for college. Those were tough years. I lived in cheap hostels, ate one meal a day sometimes, and took tuition classes at night to support myself. My parents sent very little money. They said, "You're the elder one, you'll manage." By the age of 28, after working as a software engineer for a few years, I had saved enough. I bought my first flat, a beautiful 3 BHK in a good locality in Navi Mumbai. It wasn't huge, but it was mine. I still remember the day I got the keys. I called my parents immediately. "Papa, I bought a house," I said excitedly. My father replied, "Good, now you can take care of the family better." I got married to Neha 2 years later. She was a teacher, kind and understanding. We moved into that house and started building our life together. We painted the walls, bought furniture on EMI, planted a small garden on the balcony. It was our little heaven. We welcomed our daughter, Kiara, there. That house wasn't just bricks and cement. It was our dreams, our future, our security. Emotional tone, slight pause. Meanwhile, Vikram was struggling. He dropped out of college twice, changed jobs frequently, and had a habit of spending more than he earned. My parents always covered for him. "He's still young," they would say. "You are settled, Rahul. Help your brother." I helped, many times. I paid for his courses, lent him money for his bike, even got him a job interview in my company. But he never held anything for long. Then one day, everything changed. It was Diwali time, 5 years ago. My parents called me and said they wanted to visit Mumbai. I was happy. I cleaned the house, prepared their favorite food. When they arrived, they looked serious. After dinner, my father spoke. "Rahul, we have decided something. Vikram is getting married next month. The girl's family is demanding a good house. We want to give them your flat as a gift. It will be in Vikram's name." I was stunned. I thought I misheard. "Papa, that's my house. I bought it with my own money. My name is on the papers. Neha and I live here with our daughter." My mother started crying. "Beta, you are doing so well. You can buy another house. Vikram has nothing. If he doesn't get married properly, what will people say?" I looked at Neha. She was shocked, but stayed quiet. I argued for hours. I reminded them how I had struggled, how I never asked them for anything after I left home. But they had already made up their minds. My father emotionally blackmailed me. "We gave you life. Is this how you repay us?" In the end, Under immense pressure, and for the sake of family honor, I agreed. I transferred the property to Vikram's name. My parents promised it would only be for the marriage and that I would be compensated later. They even got some papers signed. I felt broken. Neha cried for days. We moved into a small rented apartment. My savings were almost wiped out because I had to pay rent now, plus loans. Slower, pained voice. For the next few years, Vikram lived in my house with his wife. He posted pictures on social media, parties, furniture shopping, vacations. My parents were proud of him. They barely called me. I worked even harder. I took extra projects, worked late nights, got promoted. Slowly, Neha and I started rebuilding. We bought a smaller 2 BHK after 4 years of struggle. It wasn't the same, but it was ours again. Then, the storm came. 2 years ago, my father had a major heart attack. Hospital bills were huge. Vikram, who was now living luxuriously in my old house, said he had no money. "Business is down," he claimed. My mother called me crying at 2 a.m. "Rahul, please help. Your father needs surgery. We have no one else." I went. I paid for the surgery. I took care of medicines. But that wasn't the end. 6 months later, Vikram's marriage started falling apart. There were fights, complaints about money. He had taken huge loans in my old house's name and defaulted. The bank sent notices. My parents were devastated. They had to leave their own small home because medical expenses had drained them. One evening, my mother came to my new house with folded hands. "Rahul, Beta, we made a mistake. We should never have given your house to Vikram. Please, help us. We have nowhere to go." I stood there, looking at the woman who once told me to sacrifice everything for my brother. My father, who was once so authoritative, now sat quietly with tears in his eyes. Pause. 4 seconds. Emotional. "What would you have done?" I was angry. I was hurt. For months I had nightmares about that house. But looking at my old parents, helpless and broken, something inside me softened. Not because they deserved it, but because I didn't want to become like them. I helped again. I cleared some of Vikram's debts. I arranged for my parents to stay in a small flat near me. I paid for their medicines and monthly expenses. Vikram? He still lives in what was once my house, but now it's mortgaged and under legal battles. Neha supported me, but she still reminds me sometimes. Never again. Today, my relationship with my parents is civil but distant. They finally understand the value of what they took from me, but the trust is gone forever. I learned a hard lesson. Love your family, but never at the cost of destroying your own life and your children's future.